We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from the Spicy Shark is the hot maple syrup. I've also done the honey from them, and I know they have a blueberry. I don't know if it's blueberry maple or if it's just blueberry or what it is exactly, but I know if they have a blueberry. I will be getting to that as well. Pretty much doing all of their concoctions that are not hot sauces, and the reason for that, of course, is because they're hot sauces, like the Lucky Dogs, they like to have onions and everything, and I can't dance to that. They make me ill, and so we're avoiding that. Anyway, so we've got medium, calling it 3 shark fins out of 5, which would be a 6 out of 10. Really, I'm thinking it won't be anywhere near that hot, of course. So we've got the grade A maple syrup, habanero pepper, and ginger extract. The ginger is interesting because with ginger, there's zingerones. You can get a sort of a sensation similar to capsaicin, but you also can get a certain effervescence to things. And we'll see how that plays out here. So we've got, yeah, I mean, this is as maple syrupy as you can get. Pure maple syrup, very nice. Gorgeous color. I'd say this is about a medium dark. It doesn't specify whether it's meant to be dark or a lighter one. Actually, sorry, they are saying it is a dark one here. It's I have seen darker. I've also seen lighter. So I mean, dark. I'm not quite sure what constitutes what there, but it looks great. It looks like a just phenomenal sort of maple syrup that you'd expect. So let's just get on into it and see what we have to see here. Oh, that's really good. That syrup is fantastic. A little bit of some very minor tongue heat, not a lot really. I mean, the flavor of this is pretty much straight maple. I'm not getting the ginger. I'm not getting habanero. I am getting some of the back end heat of habanero a little bit, not anything too crazy. That is it tastes just exactly what I would have hoped for. Definitely got that nice, rich, dark pure maple syrup taste to it. Fantastic. All right. I don't know if there's ever going to be a time when I'm not going to have, so we've got here, I went with over medium eggs. This time, I put some salt and pepper on it the way I usually make them. I've got some breakfast sausage here and, of course, pancakes. So I'm going to spread it all out here so I can actually reach it with this maple syrup. This is one of the more expensive maple syrups out there, I should also add. We have here a, how many ounces? 8 ounce bottle here. I've never seen this for less than like 12 or 13 bucks. And it's fantastic, but I mean that's some bucks for pure maple syrup, even at the how much I get for that. Wonderful in sausage. Right, some pancakes here. Now there I'm getting a bit of the jalapeno, the habanero jalapeno. Getting a bit of the habanero flavor there. Mm. That is just. Treat myself today. Very slight build. At this point, and you can see I opened this fresh, and you can see how much I've used. Get my hand out of the way. So basically, just more or less the entire neck of this. It definitely is the best on the pancakes. And you know, pancakes, I don't like making them. They're not really a point for me. The frozen jobbies, I don't mind the frozen ones. Not at all. And I don't have to do up dishes, you know. It's just me these days, so I do a lot in the name of convenience for myself. This is just outstanding. I mean, this is every bit the equal of the Benitos. Check out those videos if you want. They're in the, I believe they're in the Spicy Sweets playlist. Those are a touch on the overpriced side also, actually, though. Man. It is unquestionably good. You can see I'm just flying through it here. This is well delicious. Heat-wise, though, even with all this, heat-wise, it's just not really there. I will give this a default 1. I am getting a very slight tingle of a build. Very slight. You see, yeah, pretty much all of the syrup what was on the plate here. Truly fantastic. It is utterly delicious. I had this on standby. So this is a Fatale pepper pastry blueberry sauce. Blueberry sort of maple sauce from Hell's Kitchen. And there's a review of that up as well, or you can check the blog. That'll link to it. And I was thinking about bringing that into this to bump the heat a little bit, but I gotta say that this was so good. I did not want to alter the flavor whatsoever. Just, I don't really get into, you know, the full breakfast like that a lot, but man, when I do, I want them to be special. I want them to be enjoyable, and this hit the mark. This was on the. It could not be more on the money in terms of flavor. Like I said, heat wise, for me, this is not even half a shark fin, I guess. Quarter shark fin, maybe. It just doesn't really have that much of a punch to it. Even after all that I had, I mean, there is a little bit of a build. Like I said, I'll call it a default one. But now I'm kind of wondering if the pepper, because peppers have the bioperine that's in those, can also give you a sort of a simulation of what capsaicin does. Gives you that little zing. And so ginger and black pepper might have assisted this a little bit more than it would have been otherwise, possibly. And I put fresh cracked black pepper on there like I always do. And I put a lot of it. You saw it. I like to have a lot of black pepper. Black pepper is certainly one of my favorites. And this melded with that very nicely, but I'm kind of wondering if it might have actually given me a little bit more of a heat reading than this actually deserved. We'll call it a default one. We'll just leave it at that. There is a bit of a build from the habanero, but it is very, very, very slight for me. I don't know that anyone would really get challenged by this. It is frankly delicious though, so kind of introducing people to the idea of spiced up different, would you call syrup a condiment? I mean, just spiced up different food additives. I guess, for instance, this would be a great place to start with them because this is so delicious, you're naturally going to eat a bunch of it. And if they're able to handle it, I think that, you get some confidence there and say, okay, maybe I'll just give this chili head thing a whack. I mean, obviously you have to like peppers, right? You have to like the burn at some point. You have to like the flavor of peppers at some level, or, why bother? But I think for an introduction, especially with younger people, this could do really, really well. Even though it's kind of a pricey way to go about it, but sharing your hobbies with children and so on, I think is or with the youth anyway, is something that you try to pass stuff down over time. And this is definitely a good avenue for doing that, as well as just being frankly delicious to just enjoy. So Spicy Shark absolutely just hit it out of the park with this one. This is fantastic. Again, like I said, a touch overpriced for what you actually get, but it is phenomenal. No question about that. It just isn't particularly hot. So anyway, there you go. The Spicy Shark Hot Maple Syrup.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.